Okay, how's it going? So we went to, I'm saying we, it was me, went to the charity shop, junk shop, whatever you want to call it, and I looked through every single uh, album, vinyl album that they had, um, and it was just, it was awful. It took me about half an hour. Um, it maybe even took longer than that. And yeah, anyway, we got some stuff. There was some stuff I got a couple of Boxcar Willie records and I put them back because I've got one of his records and it literally makes me want to commit suicide. Um, so I put them back. A couple of them looked quite interesting as well, but I couldn't do it to myself. So we'll just have a start here. I don't even know why I got this. I was definitely thinking something, but it's all torn on the top here. But it's one of those older records. It's in like it's a stiffer cardboard. Anyway, it's called The Singing Lady, and it's Fairy Tales by Irene Wicker. I have no idea, why did I can't remember. I bought this for a reason, but there you go. It's kind of cool cover. The second one, I'm always a bit unsure about these as well. It's got a track on here called The Dundee Weaver, which I thought was something else, yeah. I'll maybe see if I can add that song in here. I thought it was called The Carlton Weaver, but we'll see if that's the same song. But yeah, this is Best Love Songs of Bonnie Scotland, and that's Edinburgh there. I don't know if any of you have ever been, but this is Princes Street, Walter Scott Monument, and then here's the castle up here. So the mile runs down the back here. Where am I? Sorry, the mile runs down here, and you can get up to it via Princes Street. This is the parks here. So when the Fringe Festival's on, the parks mobbed all down Princes Street's mobbed all up the mile up the back here, with live music, magicians. Little cabaret shows, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, really cool. And yeah, we'll see what that Carlton Weaver is. Dundee Weaver.
I am a Dundee weaver in the country bonny Dundee. I met a Glasgow fella and he comforted me. He took me out a walking and by the Broom Law, and there the dirty wee rascal stole my thingamajigger-awa. Aye, there the dirty wee rascal stole my thingamajigger-awa.
I got a bit carried away when I saw some of these. I'll see if I can get them all, because it kind of harks back to a simpler time. This is called Sing Along with the Rowdies, and there's just a crew, to the barman as well. 2, 4, 6, there's 8 folk there, all just having a pint. Even the barman, look, he's chuffed. But they're just having a sing-song. Gone are the days when you go into the pub and everyone's just singing about drinking and stuff. I mean, you're lucky if you come out with all your teeth these days. So yeah, there was a couple of these. I got this one, Sing Along with the Rowdies. I got German beer drinking songs. And pub favourites. This is great. Look at that. All stood around the piano. So we'll stick on something for one of these here as well.
She's a lassie from Lancashire, just a lassie from Lancashire. She's the lassie that I love dear, oh so dear. Though she dresses in clogs and shawl. She's the prettiest of them all.
Okay, next. I got this for one track, and I think it's the first track as well. It's the first track of side 2. This is Hank Lachlan. Once Over Lightly, is that the name? Yeah. It's on RCA Victor. It's had its arse kicked. RCA Victor on the black label. I think they did this before they started going into the coloured labels. What's the date on that? 65? Maybe not. I don't really know what I'm talking about. But I got this for the song Please Help Me I'm Falling. I'm not going to play that because that probably will get flagged. This, I was quite happy to find this actually. It's in the record player right now. This is the Ink Spots in Hi-Fi. This has Blueberry Hill on it and Up a Lazy River. So very happy to find that. I also buy, whenever they've got these little sleeves, I always put them onto ones I'm buying. So I've got them for other stuff when I get back here. This is just a little compilation album, The Great Song Stylists it's called. I got this because it had some Fred Astaire on it, and I don't have any Fred Astaire, so now I do. Unforgettable by Vera Lynn's right at the end as well. Cool. Glad to find this. I've had the first volume for ages now. This is volume 2 of more of the most of Herman's Hermits. Oh. So yeah, I was trying to read this track list there. But yeah, I do enjoy Herman. Cool. The Shadows Greatest Hits. I couldn't remember if I had this or not. I think I might have this. But it's a cool cover nonetheless. Apache, obviously. Let's see. I always flip them on the side like that so I can get them out easier. It's maybe not the best way to do it, but wow. That's a really nasty looking scratch on there. That's on the second side. 25p. I mean, this was like £3 or something for all of this stuff. Yeah, again, just to have some Ray Charles, Heart to Heart. I've only got 7 inches of him. And there's a cover of Eleanor Rigby on here. Hit the Road Jack's last track. Yesterday. The Long and Winding Road. He's nailing out Beatles tracks. Let It Be. That'll be good. The guy's on fire. And then, this is a really nice little sleeve actually. This is a mono recording of Nat King Cole, who sings the great songs. Yeah, what's the date on this then if it's mono? I mean, there was nothing really jumping, 66. There was nothing really crazy there. I think it's been picked clean. You find it a lot that, like, I think some of these records have obviously been in collections because they're not in very nice shape, but a lot of records that end up in these places have just never been bought, if you see what I mean. It's been shit that's just been passed down from, like, record stores closing, somebody buys the whole place and then there's just a heap of shit left over which he donates to somewhere, which then gets donated on elsewhere, or is just sat in someone's loft for years. And it's just shit. It's just shit. Nobody wants it. And charity shops just acquire it and they don't even get rid of it. They just keep it there. So whenever they get in like 4 new records, they're just stuck into this pile of utter shit. And yeah, you've just got to wait. Anyway, I didn't mean to go off on a wee ramble there, but a couple of 78s. My portable turntable that plays 78s doesn't work. I think I don't know what's wrong with it. I think Captain said he thought it might have been the cartridge. But anyway, it doesn't work, so I can't actually play 78s. So I've been not picking them up. But I saw these two and I had to have these. So This is Rock, R-O-C-K, by Bill Haley and the Comets. I had to have this when I saw it. Unfortunately, it's not Rock Around the Clock, but still, it's a good one. I think this came out after... I can't even remember the name of it now. It doesn't matter. Forget I said that. I love these old sleeves. So, this is 26 Bridge Street in Aberdeen. George M. Bowman. So, I looked this up, and it's a kebab shop now. So, you can't buy 78s from them anymore. But I love on the bottom here, it's whether you shop in person or by post, you will find our service is prompt, helpful, and always satisfactory. It's cool, and this thing is firm as well. I mean, look at it. I think this must be 50s if it's a day. I can't see a date on it, but I mean, it's survived so nicely. So there's that one. And this one is James Brown and Sons of Cooter by Aberdeen. So that's about 10 miles from here, maybe not even. But yeah, this is a violin solo by James Scott Skinner, who was born here in Banchory. Yeah, he was born here. This is older. This is definitely older. He was born here in Banchory. He died in like 1927 or something. I don't know if he was world renowned. He was definitely really famous in Scotland for playing the violin and dancing, Highland dancing. He was like a sword dancing champion or some shit like that. But anyway, the reason I bought this was because the pub in Banchory is called Scott Skinner's after him, and I thought I'd maybe go down and give this to them, see if they were interested, and I forgot to do it, and now I can't be arsed, so now I've got it. But yeah, unable to play it. But again, yeah, these are cool. I should have filmed some footage up there because they had heaps of 78s and all these old school sleeves were really cool. And finally, when I was looking through all the 78s, I found this. This is the Gramophone Company from Regent Street in London, 185 Regent Street, which is now a shop called Gant. I think it sells clothes. I was asking Jane. And yeah, it's got the old school His Master's Voice logo on there, and it's a record bag, and it's in really, really good condition. So I'm gonna look like the coolest dude in town when I show up, like at my mate's house, with all my records in this sweet bag. This is like maybe the most hipster shit ever. I only use paper bags from the 1940s, so. Or 50s, maybe. I don't know how old this thing is, but still, it's awesome. Awesome. So yeah, I'll just stick it on the handlebars of my fixie and go off to my mate's house. But anyway, that's all the records, and we'll see if there's something else happening. I think there maybe is. There was a couple of things I want to look into. So yeah, we'll see you for that one. Okay, so... oh god, this is jittery as hell. So I'm trying to find out some information about Stray Bullets 21. I was speaking with Jared Osborne about this after my live stream actually, and he was saying that he was struggling, or I don't know if he was necessarily struggling, but he said that issue 21 of Stray Bullets was notoriously difficult to find. Oh, there's the Amy race car too. Okay, never mind, I'm talking to myself. Yeah, notoriously difficult to find, and even right now on my comic shop, they've got every issue listed except a 21. I said in that stream that this was the first time I'd ever actually seen a 21 up on eBay. It didn't cost me anything, it was £3 or something like that. But I've been through the kind of the next 6 or something, trying to find some information about it. Because once he'd said that there'd been a problem, I definitely remembered reading something about that. There was like a publishing problem, and the only books that went out were the original ones printed, or something. I don't know. So if anybody knows anything about that and could let me know, that would be sweet. All I can think is, I know at the time he was publishing Amy Racecar, the colour special, he also did Murder Me Dead. That came out like pretty much in time with this, and I think Stray Bullets actually stopped for a while this was getting printed. and he also did a Matrix story flip book with a reprinting of issue 2 for Free Comic Book Day. So, oh shit, are you joking? Right, okay, I've just got a message from old Bernie Wrightson's passed away. That's brutal. Here we go. Obviously famous for House of Secrets 92, him and Len Wein creating Swamp Thing, and I've got another book of his, oh right here, look at that. This is House of Mystery number 179. This is his first published work. Neil Adams cover, but the story's inside. Yeah, that's brutal, because obviously Chuck Berry, you'll know from the start of this video I played some Chuck Berry. That's a couple of big hitters to go down today. Like, I'm sorry if you literally found out from me just now, but oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, Stray Bullets 21. If anybody knows anything about that, I would be very much appreciated if you could tell me. Thanks. Hey guys. Okay, so that's everything this week. Yeah, it's really early. I'm going to post this up anyway, and then I'm going to go out and see what's going on. I don't really have anything else to say. I just wanted to say goodbye and goodbye. You can see Finn's foot, I've just noticed. He's down here just chilling. There he goes. So yeah, that's all for this week, and we'll see you for the next one. Cheers guys. Take it easy.